10,
9, 8,
7,
6,
3, 2,
1.
0.
All right, what's up, Draft League? Coming in here hot for a really nice, exciting game here between Force and Flux. Here we're going to be seeing a semifinal of Draft League, a long-running draft season. I think a lot of people didn't think that it was going to be this hard fought, but you know, here we see two pretty solid teams together. Force and Flux, both Force being on the West Division and Flux being on the Central Division team, both winners of each of their categories. And so we see that, you know, this is probably going to be one of the more highly skilled teams of Draft League. Draft League, I thought, was a very interesting way to get some new players, a lot of players that weren't even in normal Dash League, acquainted, you know, in with some teams here to learn how to kill and how to, you know, take some names and take some victories. And here we see that even today, there's some names here that are definitely well known in the league, like, you know, Moderation, Taser, .com, all really solid players. But on each team, there's also a lot of names that, you know, maybe not everybody knows. Like on Force, they have some Waterway, and then on Flux, they have Slim. I mean, some newer players that, you know, I really hope that we get to see today. And I know that each Draft League team, you know, gets some bonus points for running extra players that, you know, not running the same 5 people every single time. And I'd love to see that here today. What's up, Oogie Woogie in the chat? Hello, I am reading chat whole time. So glad to see you guys all here. Looks like we've got a decent chunk of people here, but still waiting on some. Force is missing, I think, 2 is that, and then Flux is only missing 1. Since this is Draft League, I'm gonna go ahead and read out all of the people that are on each team, even those that aren't here playing today, because I think everyone on these teams deserves some appreciation, especially these newer players that I was talking about. So over on Force, we see Universal and .com with Outsider as the captain, Kareem Delight, Key, Bible Crusader, Matt Moot, Spoons, Brave Sir Robin, and Water Egg. Some familiar names, some not so much. And I love that. Over on Central Division again, Flux, we got Taser as the captain, Mr. Soap, Nugget, Shen Rao, Hura, Moderation, Traku, Nyquist, Too Old for This, and Slim. Now, Too Old for This is a player that just recently joined the league. I think they joined because they were, you know, brought in by some other Draft League players. They were a friend of someone's. I can't remember who off the top of my head, but now they just joined. They've been killing it in Draft League, and they've been, you know, I've seen them in pubs and around, and I think this is exactly what Draft League does great, is that this player is pretty much brand new. They've only been playing for a few months compared to the few years that some of the people here have, and they are killing it and doing great. And I love to see, you know, more people coming into the game. Speaking of more people coming into the game, if you're here, you're chilling, you're enjoying the stream, you're enjoying Hyperdash and Draft League as a whole, even just Dash League and not Draft League, really encourage you to leave a like and be, you know, participate in the chat, because that helps Draft League grow, that helps the Dash League grow as well. Get some more attention to this game. We love all the attention to this game, and we wouldn't get more new players if it wasn't for people doing really important community-based things like that. So appreciate you all for being here. Now, I don't think my team, my Draft League team, has fought either of these teams because mine was an East Coast Division team. So I'm really excited to see how these guys square up. I haven't gotten to see many of their Too Old for This on Supernova. Thank you. Yep. Supernova are a pretty solid team too, and impressive that, you know, a brand new player got on a team that, you know, has some respect to its name, you know, is a known team, and that he got on it. That's awesome. Anyway, I don't know a lot about these teams, and you know, I really want to see some cool strategies come out of this. One of probably the hardest things with new players isn't just teaching them the new mechanics and you know, just the base mechanics of the game, but teaching them strategies and how to anticipate what the enemy is doing, and what you should be doing with your team to coordinate how you're rolling out. Those are fundamental, super important things that, you know, sometimes are really unique to Dash League. You know, we've seen a cart-focused game mode on a lot of games like Overwatch and such, but, you know, Hyperdash has a lot of uniqueness to it that other games can't transfer over. And so I love the idea that these, you know, newer players are getting taught all of these awesome strategies and such. It's really awesome. Wow. So here we should be starting up semi soon. 5 minutes over time of starting. Oh, here's today's maps. I didn't even know this. Launchpad, Waterway, and Stadium. Pretty classic triple maps, kind of duo usual maps, Launchpad and Waterway. Launchpad probably the second favorite map of the Payload series on Hyperdash, and then Waterway, of course, everybody's favorite domination, even though last season we did see a lot of Quarry come out, arguably because of the MMR system. But yeah, so I think these are going to be interesting. Launchpad, I think, is really fun because it's a little less set in its ways. You know, Canyon, there kind of is a pretty standard way to play it that most teams play pretty similarly to the same way. But Launchpad, you can get a lot of variation in it. And Launchpad is a bit of a kind of a wider map, a bigger map, a little bit of a darker map too. So I think it can get a little more interesting. And you can see some really fun plays that come out of it. Oogie Boogie, yeah, 4v4. I don't think it's 4v4. I think just each team is missing one person. I think they do still got 5 minutes till they technically have to start. So looks like they're just getting everyone in. Let's talk about, I already talked about the overall rosters of each team, but here today in the game, we see FLUX has Shen Rao, Nugget, Moderation, Taser, and Hoira. Oh, they have 5 already. Those are some really solid players. Taser, of course, being on team name, huge, great killer. Has a lot of those base mechanics I was talking about, down. But, some of these other people still are really, really everyone on that team, on FLUX team, is killing it. Really solid players. Then over on Force, we see Uni, who, is kind of known to have some pretty good strategies, some good gameplay to go along with it. Is an Australian player, though, so you can see that he's got that red ping. Definitely will be an issue when everyone else has green ping, but Uni seems to make it work. Uni has been on a lot of teams, and Uni can deal with the high ping and knows what he's doing. They also have .com, one of the fastest dashers in the league. Absolutely crazy little madman, Outsider as well, and Bible Crusader, all really solid players. I think this will be fun. I think this will be interesting. I honestly don't even know who to root for today. I'm just excited to see what happens. I hope that they both make checkpoint. That's always the more interesting way. For anyone that's new to Draft League, Dash League, either or, we're going to be doing Payload, which is, you've seen in a lot of games, like I said, like Overwatch, you stand on the payload, more blue people on the payload, the faster it goes. If there's a red person on payload, it stops entirely. You get 6 minutes to push it to about 50%. That's where the checkpoint is. Once you hit checkpoint, you get 6 additional minutes to push as far as you can towards that 100% mark. Winner today is the one who makes it the furthest, or the team that makes it as far as the enemy team in less time. And so here we're just waiting on one person. I'm wondering who it is over on Force's side. Hopefully they join in here pretty soon. We got a couple minutes till we got to start out. Yet again, thank you for everyone joining us in the chat and joining us today on Draft League. I'm actually going to ping everyone to make sure they all know. Make sure they know that we're playing. Here we go. Send in a big old ping. All right. I hope everyone is doing great today. We see .com gets killed out. Just waiting on the lobby here. Launchpad, probably my favorite Payload map, just on a personal level, because it's not so, you kind of have two paths. You always have a second way that you can go in Launchpad. Before checkpoint, you've got the shield room that you can go through, or you can have the main rail that you can go down. After that, you have the main rail, or you can go into that little flank alley with the shotgun. You can ride that little rail right up to the Rocketeer. It's really easy to get some nice flanks on Launchpad, and I think that makes for a really interesting game. Canyon, it's a little bit harder to take those more alternate routes because they're just so long. It takes a lot of dashes. A lot of people don't even really have the muscle memory down to speed through them. So Canyon seems to a lot more be just kind of who can brute force it. But Launchpad, like I was saying, I think it really can come down to, if you get a really nice flank on either side, red or blue, and you get behind, let's say you're blue, you can target those rockets, shut them down. Rockets are a huge, huge part of the meta, and it has been for seasons now. And this is something that I think is very interesting about Draft League, is some Draft League teams, they didn't get a good Rocketeer. Some teams scooped up multiple Rocketeers, so they knew that they could always have one in the event of one of them being unavailable. I know my team had like 2 or 3. And some teams, weren't so lucky, and maybe got someone who's not as proficient with rockets, not used to carrying it, doesn't know exactly what to do. Here we say, I think it was, who was that getting outside of that moderation? And he goes and kills himself. Oh no, he catches it. I think it makes it much more fun to see if teams are able to get those flanks and get those rockets shut down, or if teams are even able to get rockets in the first place. Launchpad with no rockets, man, it becomes a much harder map for red team and a much easier map for blue team, but you know, it doesn't guarantee a win. It still makes for a really good game. It makes it really difficult. We're still just waiting on one person. We got 9 people in lobby here. Let's hope that Ace gets it together here and gets some people in. Rotating that. And yeah, so oh, Oogie Boogie changed his profile picture mid-chat. This is new to the history of Draft League. Let's hear it for Oogie Boogie. What is that, Oogie Boogie? What is your new profile picture? It's so small, I can't really tell what it is. You can just see me over here on the just lurking in this chat. Oogie Boogie actually blowing up this chat. Everyone say hi. Everyone say hello. I want to see everyone who's here and say hi to everyone and see what's going on. Here, cast and or commentating. You know, I'm here with FireHorse, but kind of carrying the charge here, trying to see if we can kill some time. Bot Arthur, this is one of my favorites. But Bot Arthur is a he's from Galil Arthur, who's over on Fire. He's one of our Dash League, you know, veterans. Someone who's been in Dash League for a while and ended up getting an internship with Triangle Factory, helps them in developing this game, helps them develop this beautiful UI that you're seeing right now, and got his own bot named after him in the game. I think that's really cool history. I think that's exactly what you want to see out of a game that shows really huge appreciation for the people that are playing it and the people that are in the league, and that they're open to getting some nice little internships from really talented programmers like Arthur. I mean, I can say I've been in the casting channels for a while, and Arthur absolutely kills it. You know, a great developer, a really smart kid, and honestly, I'm jealous of their skill level and how familiar they are with you know, everything here, not only in Dash League but in Hyperdash as a whole. Oh yeah, you can see the nice little Arthur close-up. Nice default skin. Oogie Boogie says, "Is Oogie Boogie the character from Nightmare Before Christmas?" Oh, it's just oh, nice. I like your new profile picture, Oogie. Why does it keep going to chop chat? I want live chat. There we go. I want to see what's going on. Thank you, Servoid. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget about absolutely classic Servoid. I think you've even won awards in previous casts for saying that exact thing. So we appreciate it. Appreciate you. Oh, we got everyone. Oh, they got Water Egg. One of the newer players that I was talking about. Love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, classic. Gotta remember to have all of your team names together. No pun intended. And make sure that you haven't changed your name in the last 24 hours. I think to a lot of people love that they changed the rule that from, what was it, like a month? You can only change your name once a month or something like that, to now once a day. I think that's a pretty good change. I think that's a pretty good middle ground for everyone. And people seem to like it. All right, let's hope that we can get started here. Thank you all who've been kind of bearing with us between this map. We're, you know, for anyone that just recently joined, we're going to be jumping into a launch pad here any second now that we have 10 in the game. So what we want to see, some really good people from both sides. Now that Force has all 5 people in, let's count it out. We got Outsider, Universal, BibleCrusader.com, and Water Egg. You know, very diverse crew of people, and I'm really excited to see what each team can pull out in terms of strategy and coordination, everything. Looks like .com's getting caster permission to start the game. Looks like we're going to be starting here any second now. Can we get a draft league in the chat? Force versus Flux, here we go. Launch pad, let's get it.
Prepare to start.
Boom, here we see Outsider blasting out of his spawn. Coming up, and oh, possibly going to be going in for some shotguns. Interesting. Looks like Flux is going to be triple stacking cart. Hopefully they're playing around, talking about their strategies maybe. Triple stacking cart right out the gate like that. It's a ballsy move, to say the least.
Match
Looks like they might be double stacking it or determining who is going to be that primary cart. You can see down the bottom left that camera should be following the cart the entire time. We see Shocks and Pistols here in the bottom of the house. They're double stacking cart on the way out. That's very interesting. Shocks are going to get taken out by Taser here though with his snap turns. Jeez. Chasing down a red player. Looks like cart is moving pretty solidly with that double stack. Oh man, Force Player tries to take down cart, doesn't get it, but they do get people to abandon cart, so that's a few seconds of no cart movement. You know, a few seconds is only a few seconds, but add that up throughout the entire map, and that definitely can add up to some trouble. But here we see it looks like already their spawn is cleared out of Force players. There goes Forces just dropping like flies right now. Taser getting a nice headshot. Cart is down, but only for a few seconds. Man, FLUX making some really amazing time here. Man, Taser's really snap training. Oh my god. Oh, Taser getting a nice little kill there. Gets taken out by Universal, though. Uni trying to get a rocket kill. Gets taken out by Hura from the back, though. Hura getting a headshot on Outsider. Looks like this car is absolutely moving just easily right now. They're already making it to the top of the hill. League average is to make it to the bottom of this hill that you're seeing at 4 minutes. And with only 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining, it's looking like they're going to be able to make that. Shenrao abandoning cart here for a second, but getting right back on it. It's Ace, not Force. I thought it was Force because it's let him before. Oh, man. Ace. All right. I'm going to be assuming Oogie Boogie is correct in that. Shenrao here moving that cart, getting some nice movement on it. We see 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Shenrao abandoning cart and getting taken out from the back from Bible Crusader. This is looking good for Ace right now. Getting taken out. Waterway getting a nice kill there, picking up. Oh, riding that rail, though. A little dangerous, a little predictable. But the cart's still down. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Nice. Only at the mid of the hill. Unity gets taken out with those rockets. I'm surprised we're not seeing some .com rockets here. We're getting a nice flank with the Bible Crusader. Stealing their dash. Not quite. Taking out Outsider again. Oh, no. Spawn camping. .com getting the kill, but can't get a dash. Abandoning another disruptor here we see. And they are at the bottom of the hill at that league average. 4 minutes remaining. Near perfect timing here. Oh, man. Nice disruption here. Shutting down. Oh, shield room. I'm getting so invested I can't even speak. Outsider getting taken out with the rockets again. How does Ace have like 3 Rocketeers and .com hasn't grabbed 1? That's insane to me. I haven't seen .com really pushing out doing too much. I'm surprised by this. We see FLUX here behind the cart getting, but with no cart movement. They want to clear out the area, but no one's actually standing on it. Shenrao's one shot on top of that cart now gets taken out by, I think that was Water Egg. Nugget being really cart focused, hopping right on it, getting a nice double kill there, getting health. Oh, abandoning cart for a few seconds. He doesn't have dash to get back on, gets a nice headshot. Now they can double stack it. This is looking pretty good for FLUX right now. 3 minutes at the bottom of the SMG. That's pretty good. Their logo is an Ace of Spades. That makes sense. So Ace here finally shutting down cart. Outsider trying to grab this far rocket. It gets taken out though. Really dangerous to grab that rocket when you're exposed like that, because then people can take advantage of it, take you out. We see Nugget getting some nice cart movement here with, I think that's Taser most likely disrupting their spawn. That's exactly what you want if you're blue side, is just someone in their spawn, especially someone with Taser's killing power. They're disrupting, even if he's not getting kills, he is distracting them, taking away their attention from that cart. And we see that this cart is absolutely cruising right now. What is it, 2 minutes, 30 seconds? They're already almost making checkpoint. Double stacking. Every person that gets on the cart gives you 10% faster speed of that cart. And so, man, they're really just cruising right now. Moderation making checkpoint. 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. That's absolutely insane. Now that they made checkpoint, they get 6 additional minutes, as you just saw, and they're going to try to make it as close as they can to 100%. However, on this map, we tend to see that 2 teams that are perfectly equal only make it to about 86% against each other. So if they can make it past the 86% mark, I'll be considering that a pretty hard to beat over on Ace's side. Moderation abandoning cart, pushing out with that shock. Looks like he gets taken out. Man, .com absolutely cruising right now. Look at that dash. Water Egg and .com here up at the cart, shutting it down. .com stealing their dash, gets taken out, punished for it. Yeah, he walked to that dash. Oh, man. Nice little triple kill for over on the whole team there on FLUX's side. Now it looks like they have some breathing room to double stack this cart, push out Nugget. Oh, man, getting a nice nasty kill here, taking their dash from them. Water Egg cleaning it up, but now Water Egg has no dash to pick up. He's camping this corner because he has very little health, and finally gets taken out by Hura. That's what you want to see, is disruptors pushing up, taking resources, getting some kills, and then just buying time for more disruptors to come up and back them up. So far, this is going great for FLUX. Ace needs to kind of get their coordination together a little bit. Outsider, nice flank with the shotgun. I think Outsider, we're very used to seeing Outsider with shotguns, and so now that they're post-checkpoint, there's a lot of shotguns post-checkpoint. I imagine we're going to be seeing Outsider with a lot of shotguns now. Hopefully that will help them shut that cart down. Shotguns definitely help with the group and CQC, but I don't know if it'll be enough. I really want to see some explosives coming out of red team here, but there's just very little. When there is explosives, they get taken out almost immediately because they're being really risky with it, kind of sticking out. exposing themselves for getting nice dashes here, stealing from them. Cart's still rolling right now. Oh, Outsider getting a nice little kill, but not shutting Cart down. Cart's still just moving, double stacking a lot. I think this is what really is going to make it hard. Oh, Staples from Moderation. Oh, man, we never see Staples. I love to see that. Staples is one of my favorite guns. Nobody ever uses it. Water Egg cleaning up on Cart here, though. I can't even get my thoughts together before Water Egg's just absolutely destroying. Now we see Taser with SMGs on Cart. SMGs, of course, recently getting buffed, so now they're... Oh, Outsider with the shotgun again. So we're going to be seeing a lot of just weapon pickups. I love how many weapon pickups we're seeing. You know, a lot of times in Dash League, people only really are comfortable with their pistols. They're not really comfortable grabbing anything else other than maybe some rockets, and we're seeing a lot of pickups here today. But yeah, as I was saying, Flux is double stacking a lot. I know they're not doing it right now, but pre-chip is certainly worth a lot. That gives them an extra 10% towards speed, even when they're triple stacking 20% towards speed. That's huge. That speed, even if you only do it, you know, every now and then, which Flux is doing a lot more than every now and then, really gives you a lot more time to try and push out and do what you need to do. And so that speed boost is just absolutely huge. However, it's kind of being broken down here. We see that they had a lot of breathing room, killed a lot of red players, yet the cart wasn't moving. And you see the little arrow at the top under the time there shows that the cart isn't moving right now, and it hasn't been moving for a while. Same with the cart POV in the bottom left. So even though we're seeing a lot of Flux pushing out, really disrespecting Ace's space and spawn, it doesn't really matter because they're not pushing that cart. They have this huge time advantage, and in my opinion, you use that time advantage to absolutely blast that cart, and because you know that you can afford to be risky and try to really blast it with a double or triple stack. But here we're seeing Flux is just using that time to pick up some kills, which, you know, kills are great, but they don't win you the game. We're doing some nice disruption here, but again, we're disrupting, getting a double kill, possibly triple kill, but the cart, yeah, triple kill, but cart's not moving. Abandons cart to go and try and pick up a kill, and now it pushes out. Cart's still down and is disrupting. It gets taken out. I mean, great disruption, but absolutely no follow-up by him or his teammates to get that cart moving. That's what matters. Here we're seeing the cart is approaching, though, 85% with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Like I said, 86% what you expect to see of two teams that are pretty evenly matched, and with 4 whole minutes remaining, man, I cannot express how much of an eternity that is in Dash League time. You know, you've heard of dog years, but Dash League minutes is like, oh man, a whole different way of keeping track of time. 4 minutes might as well be an eternity. And so now you're going to see that they're going to make this 86%. Oh, not quite. Bible Crusader, nice with one shot, one pistol. That's what I would like to see, is some more explosives coming out of Ace's side here. Bible Crusader trying to flank cart, it looks like, possibly not knowing that it's down. It's very hard to know if the cart is up or down unless your teammates call it, because you have to check your wrist. It's kind of risky to check your wrist like that. Wow. Well, no cart movement going on right here. Bible Crusader still able to keep that explosive. Pushing out, getting a nice kill. Oh, getting a nice double. Can we get a triple? Not quite. Now we see Taser and one other teammate getting to this cart, taking out Water Egg, and finally getting some movement. Getting shut down by .com immediately, though. Man, they just now finally made it to the 86% mark. It's taken them 2 minutes to move 1%. If they keep going at this slug rate, they're never going to be making it even close to 90%, let alone 100. They really need to get it together and focus on this cart. I think they were too confident with their win, and now they're just not following it up. When you have a huge time advantage like that, you expect them to make it really, really far, but so far, you know, no cart focus, and if they keep this up, there's going to be nothing. Nugget, nice disruption with the rocket shotgun there. Gets chased, but he knows that he needs to push out, get that health. Now he's going to go over, double shotgun, flank that cart. We can see there's 3 people on cart that he doesn't know about. And so he's just trying to control the area. Yet again, no cart movement here. Okay, now we're finally seeing some cart movement, but he's getting Nuggets here doing his own thing while his teammate's on the cart dying. And look, another teammate dying completely on their own. Nugget is down this, but for what? He's not helping his teammates. Okay, he does take out explosives there, which is great, but now you have to get on that cart. And he's not getting on it. He sees it's down, chooses not to get on it. Oh, now he finally gets taken out. I mean, that was great holding an angle by Nugget there, but it achieved absolutely nothing. It's just really unfortunate. Here we see Water Egg picking up a really nice kill in moderation there. Again, wow, Water Egg is just absolutely killing right now. Both teams are doing pretty solid right now. I mean, really, Ace is pulling an ace out of their sleeve here. I mean, they went from getting demolished to, I mean, you know, I don't want to say it's in their favor because there's still 2 minutes left, and you don't want to see 2 minutes left at that 86%. But what, 3 minutes have passed now, and they still have only pushed 1%? I mean, that's looking really, really good for Ace right now. Here we see Moderation waiting for a group up and then choosing to push out. And he just kind of stands there, gets a kill on Water Egg, but oh, chases this kill. And yeah, I could have seen that coming. Gets taken out. Now we see that red team is taking a lot of space here, and that's what I like to see. We see 2 players standing around that cart, and all the rest are pushing up, trying to disrespect Flux's spawn. Nugget we see with some SMGs here. Is he just going to go back and hold the same angle, or is he going to get a cart? Nope, he's holding it down. Alright, so we see he gets a nice double kill, and his teammates actually followed up this time. Now he gets taken out. Cart might go down here. No, Taser barely getting him. But oh, look at that. What? Red's on cart gets taken out by Shenrao with the rocket. This is the most cart movement we've seen in like 3-4 minutes. Finally, .com taking the fight next to the cart. Not on top of it. Not a great look. But only 1 minute remaining. They finally pushed it. What was at 2-3%. But man, only 50 seconds remaining now. This is looking more and more like an even match. Taser finally getting on that cart. Oh, now they're rounding that corner. Once the cart fully rounds that corner, it becomes a lot easier to push it because that spawn shield, or I'm sorry, the shield on the cart faces towards the enemy spawn, which makes it harder for them to kill you immediately after they respawn, buying you 2-3 extra seconds of cart movement, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but again, we're talking about Hyperdash seconds here. That might as well be an eternity. 89%, pretty solid, above average for sure, but with such a huge lead by making checkpoint, I'm a little disappointed that FLUX hasn't made it further. Now we see that they're grouping up in triangle room, if you look in the bottom left corner there. But not quite pushing out. Looks like they're going for that overtime kill. For chasing a kill, gets taken out. Water Egg doing some really great focus here. Cart focus. Now we see 3 red around that cart. Absolutely destroys that person on main route, and there it is. That is the first half of Payload. Really good job by FLUX there, but honestly, that post checkpoint by Ace might have just won them the game. We have to see how they go on blue team, though. They could get pre-checkpointed, and then that great defense will amount to nothing. So definitely something we have to be seeing. I'm hoping to see some more cart focus coming out of Ace here, just simply because that's how they're going to win this. Taser rolling out. No pickups, it looks like. Just kind of having fun, riding his rails. Telling his team to do stuff. The classic. What you expect of the captain. Well, more staples. Oh, can we go on the staples first? I want to watch that staples.
3, 2,
Shot. Yeah, here we go. Shenrao with the staples. Leave it to Shenrao to pick up the most, least picked up weapons. I love it. Now we see only 1 blue person on cart as the rest of blue pushes out to try to pick up some kills. That's more average to what you'd see. Oh man, that took a lot of bullets to kill that person. Shenrao falling back to chase this kill. Not sure I would have done the same, but it does work out. He does kill .com even with low health. Now he's going to be camping this health pack here. And now we see cart is moving right now. Excuse me. Now we see some disruption coming from outsider, and I can't tell who that is. Maybe Taser. Looks like they just die. Don't know who it was. Cart's making some really good time right now, though. Even though they're not really double stacking it very much, we've seen that. Look, if you look in the bottom left corner, the second cart goes down, someone else hops on it. Of course, right as they say that cart goes down. But now we're seeing some double stacking, making up for the few seconds that the cart was down. This is what I want to be seeing. They're really making sure that there is no second that goes by without that cart moving, and they're doing a really great job of it right now. So it's looking like blue side is even so far for both teams, but there's still a lot of map left to go. Shenrao, we see staple rocket combo, absolutely insane. I don't think I've ever had that combo in my entire life, and here we see him do it. Now he's finally got his double rockets up, picks up a nice kill on outsider. However, rockets do go down. Water Egg killing Taser in the back. That's awesome. Double stacking cart. Now just single stacking it. Water Egg getting some nice movement, telling his team to push up. That's really good coordination on Water Egg's part. Now they're making it near to the bottom of the hill. I think they're even making better time than there was when the spawns were flipped. Taser actually picking up rockets now. Not what I expected. Taser really good with pistols. I would have expected him to stay with it, but now he's really camping this cart. He knows that they're making better time than him, and he needs to shut it down at all costs. Now we see that cart is down, even though .com is up here disrupting with 3 other teammates. They need to make sure that cart's moving. Now they are double stacking it, making some really good time. Bottom of the hill, 413, guaranteed making better time than FLUX now. Ace is absolutely killing it, but only by 10 seconds. 10 seconds is not a whole lot. If you need to make it all the way to 89%, you want to be more than 10 seconds ahead of you, or your enemies, for sure. Water Egg getting a nice flank here. His wrist's going everywhere. Nugget finally taking him out and getting a nice flank on this cart. Cart is down, though, and now he's going to be stealing their dash. Really good job. Outsider taking him out, though. Outsider, I think, also got the dash. Grouping up with his team, that's what we'd like to see. Some shocks over on blue side, shutting it down just in case there's any reds on it. But it looks like there's no reds on cart, so I'm thinking that shock was not a great pickup. Outsider here trying to disrupt. Wow, he's really surviving, taking some attention away. But again, all this disruption with amounts to no cart movement. And here we see rockets. These are the rockets that I was talking about that make Launchpad such a difficult map to make checkpoint on, is these rockets have so much leeway to run away. They need to be fully flanked, and Shen Rao is a great rocketeer, as we all know. Now we're seeing Moderation getting rockets too. We're seeing double rockets coming out from FLUX side. That's really, really solid on red team. It's going to be hard for Ace to follow up and make checkpoint because they need, what, 30 seconds to make checkpoint to equal pace with FLUX? That's going to be really, really hard with double rockets up. I mean, near impossible. So here we see .com doing great target prioritization, taking out those rockets, or trying to at least, and he gets them down to 1 health, but doesn't quite get the kill. Now we see Taser pushing up, now back to his pistols, doing what we expect of getting some nice kills, flanking the enemy team. .com almost picking up the kill there, and then just abandoning him. Gets taken out though. Outsider getting some nice cart movement. Now, at this point, FLUX had already made checkpoint. However, Ace is so close. I mean, holy cow. They're right there. They just need, now is the time for those shocks. We see that they get taken out. Nugget, the shocks was a great play, and he knew they were coming, so he targeted them, took them out. That was a great play by Nugget right there. Nugget, a phenomenal player, of course. Now we're seeing attempts at cart movement here. We get Waterway gets a little micro push. Now we see shocks on cart, but it doesn't quite amount to anything. We need a full group up from Ace here. They're now officially 30 seconds behind where FLUX was. Uni getting some really nice movement there. Just a few more of those, and that can be it. Oogie Boogie asking who is Ace's captain. I can look it up right now. Ace is Outsider is their captain.
Checkpoint.
And that's checkpoint. Yeah, that's checkpoint. Oh man, the second I look away, they make checkpoint. So, both making checkpoint with over 2 minutes left over. I mean, I can't express how uncommon that is. You know, Dash League, it is uncommon for teams to make checkpoint with 2 minutes left at all, let alone both teams do it to each other. What that shows is probably both teams are really good at one side. One team's really good at blue, maybe the other team's really good at red, or they're both really good at blue side, but not quite as good at the red side. And so I'm hoping to see some cool plays come out of this. We see a lot more disruption coming out of Ace here. Almost called him Force. And, oh, nice. .com getting a nice little kill there with the headshots. We're seeing some double stacking going on. Not a whole lot. Water Egg next to the cart. I'd like to see him on it. Moderation finally taking out .com, and now they're going to be pushing up the cart. Cart has been pretty uncontested up until this point, but Uni keeps getting off of it if you look in that little bottom left corner. The cart moving is what we want to be seeing, especially since they made checkpoint with less time. Uni abandoning cart to go get some health, getting back on it, that's going to cost them a few seconds. And when they're 30 seconds behind, you need all of those seconds. However, they did only make it to 89%. So Shen Rao here picking up some rockets might save the day here on this long sight line. Falling back, knows he's being targeted. One thing with rockets that's kind of unique about them is that they tend to run away from a lot more fights than people with pistols would because their pickups are so important. But we see that .com with ease gets peekers, takes out those rockets, and now is gliding that cart. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. .com waiting to abandon that cart. He's the only one on it. Now he gets her. This is the coordination I'm talking about. The second someone gets on cart, .com is off of it. And here he is, absolutely schmoving. Oh, Shen Rao barely surviving, picking up a rocket, gets the nice kill on cart there, shuts it down. That's what you want to see. That was an awesome play by Shen Rao right there. Shen Rao now just focusing this cart. Gets taken out by Bible Crusaders SMGs though. Bible Crusader getting a nice little double kill. Can he get a triple kill? Almost a quadruple kill. Hura so close to death now, but does get that dash now. Cart is moving right now. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. It is uncommon to see cart here with this much time remaining, but I think FLUX did have more time by the cart made it here. But if you remember, right about here is where FLUX started absolutely getting, you know, the defense really came up over on Ace's side. And FLUX started getting shut down a whole lot. Their coordination wasn't quite there. Their cart focus wasn't quite there. They got shut down a whole lot. And so now we are seeing the Taser does shut down cart, but cart is gliding yet again. Looks like there's a lot of cart focus coming from Ace here, but they're not quite able to get the kills to back it up. So the cart is moving, but only for 2 or 3 seconds. Water Egg killing Taser riding main rail. Oh my god. Wow, we see .com and Uni double stacking cart here. .com stealing the dash, getting some health, returning the cart. That was an awesome play by .com there. Now he's going to go to flank, but cart gets shut down right as he goes to flank. Bad timing. Now he does return to cart. That's what you want to see. Gets a nice triple kill on the back. Bahura still being alive. Is able to take space and make sure that the cart isn't moving. Great play by .com, but wasn't able to be followed up by his teammates. Outsider with his shotguns, classic. That's what I love to see. Now he's going to be getting on that cart. Abandons cart because he knows he can't take it. Now he's going to reassess, rejoin that cart, takes out what I imagine was rockets because it's Shen Rao, and now we see them pushing up all the way to enemy spawn. Oh my gosh. Ace is making amazing time right now. They're only, what, 4% behind where FLUX was, and they have 4.5 minutes remaining. This is the type of cart movement I was expecting to see out of FLUX, but Ace is pulling it off. This is amazing. 85% with 4 minutes remaining. I think that 86% with 4 minutes remaining. I think that both teams have kind of evened out the times that they made it here. So now this is the 4 minutes that counts. This is the 4 minutes that FLUX was only able to pull 3%. If Ace is able to pull 4%, they win. That's it. They win this map, and then we'll be moving on to Waterway. Outsider getting a nice kill on Nugget there. Now it looks like he's going to be going to get on cart, gets some nice cart movement, gets taken out, but we see someone else. I can't quite. Bible Crusader follows it up, gets on cart, gets a nice little bit, but not even 1%, 1 full percent came out of that push. They're going to need to be doing a little bit better than that if they want to make checkpoint. 3.5 minutes remaining. Time is ticking, and we see that Taser is on the prowl for some kills. Coming back to cart, looking to see if he can shoot someone in the back just like this. .com though, too slippery, too fast. Taser can't take him out. Outsider getting some nice shotgun kills. Oh man, but Outsider, even with his great shotguns, can't take a 1v3. Shen Rao finally cleaning it up, getting that final kill. We saw only, a 0.5% maybe come out of that push. They're going to need to be doing better than this. However, they are only 2% away from a possible win. Oh, nice headshot by Shen Rao there with the SMGs. That's what you want to see. Nice. He wanted the SMG. He knew cart was up, so he chose to kill before he got his second SMG. That was really, really smart by Shen Rao, something that you only see from really experienced players. Now we see .com with the shield. Doesn't quite work out because it looks like they had explosives on their team, and Bible Crusader riding that rail with the shield. Not quite enough on his own to go and get to that 89%. But with only 2% changing, the 2% between the two teams, this is really close. We're seeing really, really good cart focus coming out of FLUX here. All 5 people, I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 5 people next to this cart. And .com, whoa, blasting. I mean, you blink and you miss him. Gets a nice double kill. Now is on the cart, absolutely moving it, possibly getting a percent. Here's 88%. They're 1% away from winning. Probably less than 1% away from winning. They're so close. They just need to round that corner. It is insanely close here. Water Egg trying to do it alone. Absolutely cannot. I would love to see some explosives coming out of Ace. As we've seen before, Ace picking up a lot of shots. And there is a shock pickup along the way. Uni in the bottom left there, you see, picks up a kill. And now they're going to be getting the shield. Look at this. Oh, man, he's shield. Cart gets taken out, though. Unfortunate. They need to pick up that Uni. Needs to pick up that rocket. Blast that cart. Get on it. Now we see a lot of 1v1s are happening here. I don't want to see 1v1s. He's getting some cart move. Gets taken out just barely. Cart is free, though. We need a blue. Blue on it. .com not even going for kills. He just camped in his little corner. 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining. It is so insanely close. Look at that. That is a tiny amount. Maybe 1, 2, 3 seconds of cart movement on blue side, and they win the game here with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. That is not a lot of time for FLUX to defend. I'm sorry, not a lot of time for Ace to be able to push it. I'm so excited here. I'm getting my words all mixed up. Now we see Taser getting some nice cart focus. This is what you expect to see out of an experienced player standing on cart, but he does abandon it to go try to pick up some health, but circles back to cart. That's some good cart focus, but Taser not on cart. A micro push could come out of blue side here, but where is blue? What are they doing? We see, Water Egg pushes up alone, gets tiny. .com getting a tiny bit more. They're so close. 1 minute remaining, though. Oh my God. 1 minute may sound like a lot of time to only get 1 second of cart movement, but man, when you have 3 reds on it like that, you have to get a really coordinated push. We see Bible Crusader here with some shocks. Hopefully he doesn't get flanked. He does. Nugget might have just saved his team right there, taking out those shocks. That's exactly what they need. .com can't quite pick up this dash. Now he's here, dash just alone. 40 seconds left. 20 seconds have been killed doing absolutely nothing over on Ace's side. This is so insanely close. Now we see Rockets kills himself, but blue is right here. Can they get on it? No. 30 seconds remaining. Excuse me, they maybe have 1 more push left. I'm getting so excited, my throat's dying out on me. .com needs to... .com gets taken out in that bottom left-hand corner there. 15 seconds remaining. I think an overtime push is what Ace is going to have to be relying on. I can't believe that it's this close, that FLUX pulled out such a great defense at the last possible, 3, 4, 5%? Now look at this, 3 reds around cart. Oh man, 2 seconds remaining. Are they going to take it? And that's FLUX by less than 1%. Look, it both says 89%. Probably FLUX got 89.% and Ace only got 89.1, 89.0, whatever. Man, that was so insanely close. We see .com going 96 and 69. Over on FLUX's side, we see Taser going 86 and 65. Wow, really, really good play from both teams. Congratulations to FLUX, but with a map that close, I wouldn't be counting my victories yet. This Waterway could easily still go to ace, considering how closely skilled these teams are. However, it does look like FLUX has a lot of killing power and a lot of ability to pick up different weapons, with like Shen Rao picking up staples and stuff. Those are all things that you want to see. Those are all skills and strategies that really help you out on winning your Waterway battles. Here we've probably got 5-10 minutes before the next map starts up. Drink some water. I know I'm gonna. But man, that was awesome. FLUX just barely taking that launch pad. We might be seeing a stadium here today as a tiebreaker. Nice water. All right. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing any roster. FLUX did lose one person, but that might not be a roster change. That might just be someone leaves to charge up a little bit, maybe fix something, change their name a little bit. Oh, we see over on Ace's side they're missing one too. We got Bot Arno or Arnie, can't tell. It's a little little blurry for me. And yeah, Arnie, there we go. And yeah, I mean, we might see some roster changes. I hope that'll be very interesting. Everyone in the chat, drop a draft league. Say what's up, drop a like. Again, thank you everyone for joining. The stream has been going awesome, I think, and I hope that you guys agree. Thank you for FireHorse for casting and doing all the great animations as usual. Really carrying these casts, best caster of the season, no doubt. I gotta clean my glasses off after that. Boogie Boogie, how's it going? You enjoyed that last match? Yeah, it seemed like you got invested. Chat died down a little bit. Man, that was awesome. That was the closest game I've seen in a long time. And I think that's what makes Draft League interesting. Is that these matches, these teams had time to prepare, but they didn't have quite as much time as a lot of other teams. Like I said, literally to develop strategies, prepare, develop their skills and sets and everything. And here in Draft League, you've got a month or two really is all you've got before you're thrown into the thick of it. And that's what I like about Draft League, is that you really got to figure it out. You got to figure it out fast. And it also shows a big diversity of skills. Here we saw that there was a bunch of Rocketeers over on, I think it was FLUX's side, but then we saw Taser with rockets, and that was awesome. Love to see it. And then over on Ace's side, we saw a bunch of possible Rocketeers with .com, Fireball, Outsider. I mean, really, all these guys could pick up explosives. And so we saw all of them sharing the love of explosives, and I think that even though they lost, that's what made it really, really close. Lat sending out a ping as I'm trying to cast here. How inconsiderate of him. Yeah, moderation. That was intense. That was a really awesome. Out here. You got anything you want to say? If you want to join the booth between the two maps, you absolutely can drag you in. I'd love to hear your thoughts after that really close, awesome match. It's only been a couple minutes since that map ended. They're probably queuing up for Waterway. Not a lot of strat talking. This one here you see over on FLUX's side, who I can't tell who that is pointing at his teammates, telling them what to do, which I love to see. You love to see an aggressive captain who's, he's brass tacks, down to it, tells you what you got to do. Absolutely no doubt in his mind. That's what you want out of the captain. And I think for teams to be making it to the semifinals here, you got to be good captain, and that's what I love to see. Yeah, thank you, Oogie Boogie. Wow, everyone drop one. Oh, what up, moderation?
Yo.
What up, man? That was a crazy match to watch. How you feeling?
Oh man, feeling great. I did some yoga before the match. I did a warm up with headshots only. I drank some energy tea. I was doing stretching and all kinds of listening to heavy metal and getting psyched. Dude, I put a lot of time in. I put a lot of time in the week or two leading up to this just to make sure we could get all of our people. This is like the first time we've been able to play our top lineups.
That's awesome, man. Well, it seemed to pay off, even if the game, obviously both teams couldn't win it, but it was the closest game I've seen in a long time. That was crazy. That was awesome. I think you guys absolutely killed it. I was amazed that both teams made checkpoint with over 2 minutes remaining. I mean, you never see that. That's what makes games interesting. That's what adds to the drive of it. I love seeing that 8 minutes left. Like, that's crazy. You just never see that anymore.
Yeah, it was a weird pace. It was like both teams were pretty fast moving through the map, and then it just slowed at the end there. It was so hard to get the last few feet, just like it used to be, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I think it makes it really fun. So, are you being subbed out or taking your place, or are you just taking a
Yeah, yeah. I was talking with Trout Crew leading up to the match. We were kind of planning on each playing one. But man, they did such a good job pushing forward, disrupting. That really was hard to deal with. But we just kept our composure at the end, and I think they only had 10 feet to go with 3.5 minutes left, and we were just like, yo, they held us for that much time. No reason we can't do it to them.
That's what you love to hear. Confidence. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm still all stoked. I feel like I'm so much adrenaline right now. I probably wouldn't be able to hit anybody on Waterway anyways.
I've been there. I remember my first ever dash. The first, 5 minutes, I didn't even get one kill because my hands were so shaky.
Oh yeah, especially once you start getting excited. It gets even harder to aim when you get more excited.
Definitely. So how are you guys feeling about Waterway? I mean, after that insanely payload, probably good.
Oh, it could go either way. I have no idea.
Yeah, I bet.
It's going to depend, I think, a lot on how well we can anticipate countering and not be stuck in the basement.
Definitely. So you're expecting a lot of people in your base then?
Oh, I think they're going to be guns blazing. Yeah.
That's awesome. Did you have any kind of new play to Dash League Draft League in your team? If so, how did you feel they did? How did they feel about Draft League?
Let's see. I don't think we had any first time people, but a couple people that don't play as much and haven't played in Dash League at least. But actually, we had the highest. What do they call that? The tiebreaker thing, playing the lowest picked players.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had almost double the second place team because we basically played our 5th, 6th, 7th picks pretty much every game.
That's awesome.
And actually we're missing Mr. Soap, unfortunately, so I spent quite a bit of time literally harassing all the players that didn't show up for the other games. And they all showed up. So if we can pull this off, it's going to be... And then plus with the whole, DQ in the last round, if we pull off this win, it's a pretty awesome story.
Oh, no kidding. You guys had a disconnect? I didn't even notice.
No, the disqualification from using a Smurf player for ping.
Right. Yep, yeah. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sounds like people got what they got about it.
Yeah, so I honestly, I don't want to go to CP. I really don't want to go to CP on these guys. We didn't have any time to practice as a team on CP. I don't know the dynamics of some of these players, how they play CP and how button oriented they are on CP. So I really don't want to go to CP, but man, if we can somehow pull off a win today, we'll have Mr. Soap for the finals. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Mr. Soap, definitely a really solid player, and I'm completely unbiased by saying that Mr. Soap is one of the best.
Oh, dude, he has gotten incredibly good in the past year. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I love the guy. He's also a really cool guy, too. I love when someone's good at the game and then you go and talk to them and they're also just awesome as is, not even just skilled, but then also they're a good player, a good person, good player, both together. Sometimes you can definitely forget that being in Dash League, but man, thanks for the show, Traku and Shenrao. Can you guys clap for them? Yeah, let's give a little clap. I was talking to moderation so much. Thank you, Shenrao, I guess. So how do you think Traku's going to be doing on this Waterway? Was he warming up while you guys were playing that launch pad, or was he watching the stream?
He was watching, but I think he's warmed up. He was ready on the launch pad, and we decided that he thinks that he's about the same on LP and Waterway, and I thought that I was definitely stronger on LP. So I took the first one. He's going to take this one. I think it's the right move. I think, and I don't know. I'm fairly good at anticipating counters and countering a lot, but at the end of the day, like strong firepower is kind of more important sometimes on Waterway. So I think he's going to do better than I would have.
Yeah, no doubt. Waterway definitely kills matter much more than on Payload. And if you feel confident about that, then definitely you should play those players. Glad to see Traku in. I hope that Ace also is swapping out their players. They didn't just have like a drop or something that was coming back in, because I want to see some kind of diversity. That's what Draft League is about. Oh, Shinra busting it down. I didn't even notice. I'm a little late to the party, but Shinra absolutely giving us some moves. Yeah, but I'd love to see some more players. That's what Draft League is about, and that's what I want to see both teams. You guys had one swap. I'd love to see a swap coming out of Ace. I feel like in Dash League now, swaps are not as common. They kind of get 5 people ready to go. They're warmed up, so they keep them playing. Even if, maybe they're a tad bit worse on the Waterway. You make up for it by, you're used to whatever ping you're on, whether it's low or high, warmed up, how the enemy plays, and that definitely is an advantage to yourself and to the enemy as well.
Yeah, me and Traku have been fairly even in our scores through this time, and I feel like I've got a good. I've played a bunch of games with him before the Draft League too, so I think he's the right pick for this. Now, for their side, they were missing like 3 of the people who signed up to play, and then one of them was Cream was 30 minutes delayed, and then they got Water Egg to come in, but he said he only had like half a game in him, time-wise. So they're probably delaying for time to see if Cream can get there, which that could change the tides quite a bit. I think Cream's a super solid player, so it's making me nervous. We'll see.
Yeah, no kidding. Cream is a very, very good player. Water Egg, a little lesser-known player, a little bit new. I was excited to see them playing Water Egg all the way up to the semifinals. It's awesome. But yeah, both teams getting a nice little swap then, even if it's not exactly what you wanted to. Swapping out Water Egg for Cream. It means we're going to be changing up a little bit. Cream, you're right though. With how close that launch pad was, I definitely could be the difference maker over on Waterway. It's
yeah, I hope not.
I love your logo too. Do you know who made your logo?
Yeah,
awesome.
I believe it was the what's that AI thing called? What do they call that image generator again? Forget the name.
Man, there's like a million of them, but it was just an AI make your little profile picture.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Taser was just trying FLUX keywords and found that one that looked like a FLUX, so we went with it.
That's awesome. Where'd you guys get the name FLUX?
Kind of looks like a deer or something like that. Yeah. Actually, funny enough, we wanted to be Chad, and then it turned out that somebody else took Chad first.
Yeah, it was Darkman's team.
Yeah, so we ended up going with FLUX. I think Taser liked FLUX the most, so everybody was just like, "Yeah, that's cool."
That's really funny. I love that. I remember.
Yeah, we had some stupid logos made for Chad.
Oh man, I'd love to see those.
It was like the
somewhere.
It was like the Manly Man meme face with a sideways baseball cap, a beer in his hand, and like a giant muscly arm. like all very crude. I can try to find it. I think I got it somewhere.
That's awesome, man. I love it. Oh man, if you find it, send it to FireHorse. You can throw it on stream. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
Castle put it up in one of our previous streams, I think, but I'll see if I can find him again.
Chad is a very funny. I remember our Draft League team. We wanted our name to just be Winners, and so then we changed it to Winners of Draft. So it's going to be WD, and then everyone on our team simultaneously went, "Okay, WD, we got it. Like, come on, WD-40." And so then everyone was like, "All right, I guess we're just WD-40."
Yeah, that's a good name. Classic.
I thought that's fun. I had a lot of fun with this draft. Like, I had a lot of fun with the newer players. What's up? Oh, are they 4v4? Wow. Hey, that's really nice of FLUX.
Got in. Okay.
Are they starting it? Looks like, oh man, we're starting as a 4v4. Hey, that really good sportsmanship right there. A team can't pull a fifth. They totally could have pulled 5v4 and basically guaranteed a win on this Waterway, but they chose not to. So, you know,
if Cream jumps in, I'm gonna be mad.
If Cream jumps in, you can leave the stream.
Yeah, actually, we did courtesy 4v4 against Callie's team as well.
Oh, nice.
So that's awesome. I don't know. Maybe that's why the universe is so far in our favor.
Yeah, you do got to get a bit lucky, but to make it this far, no matter how skilled you are. We see Taser getting into the enemy base.
Mr. Soap was the one who insisted on it being a 4v4, even though it was a playoff match.
That's nice of him. Like I said,
so, yeah,
Mr. Soap really
he would be proud. Yeah, he would be
Yeah.
proud of this right now.
He set a precedent. Man, Taser's killing it right now over at the enemy base. Gets taken out right as I say that. Outsider getting a nice kill. Now we see 3 FLUX go down. So let's see if outside. Oh man, I didn't even notice her score. Ace gets a score with when only Nugget was alive. Oh man, sheesh. Moderation distracted me, missing all the amazing plays here, I guess. I mean, what, 1 minute passed and they get a score? That's insane. You know they're probably celebrating. Outsider pushing into his own base, gets a shotgun, maybe playing a bit of base defense. Uni pushing out to the enemy base very slowly and with low health. I can't believe he made it to the enemy base with low health like that. Outsider really risky spot to stand to try to turn back and kill enemies that are into his base. Doesn't quite get the kill, but he does hurt them. And now he's turning around again, almost kills himself, but sits on the side of the wall. Doesn't know what to do next. Outsider pushing up. I hope he gets a second shotgun here. I want to see 2 shotguns in the enemy base. Man, it was close to a countdown right there, but not quite. Now we see that Universal immediately countering as FLUX starts to get a countdown. I didn't even get to hear the countdown noise, really. Uni now pushing into the enemy base. I believe that Ace is just missing their own base right now, and Uni gets taken out. Now, FLUX is just missing B, but another Ace gets into their base, and now it's just all over the place. Shenrao desperately trying to take out the person in their base. It looks like having some difficulty, though. Shenrao hitting his own button now that FLUX is just missing B and their own base. Man, it looks like, I imagine Taser or someone is in Ace's base right now, causing a whole stink. But, Ace still holding down B. Finally, looks like they're able to get their own base. FLUX getting a countdown for not even 1 second and then gets taken out. Taser here just absolutely holding down the enemy base like a madman. What's he going, 14-3? Yeah, no surprises there. But it doesn't matter because Ace is in his base. You can hold the enemy base for as long as you want, but if your teammates aren't ultimately able to follow it up, then it's not going to amount to a countdown. And so, if I'm Taser and I'm holding down the enemy base for that long and my team isn't able to clear my own base, I might reassess what I'm doing. But it looks like Taser did get taken out. I will consider pushing up to B. Might die here. Oh, somehow pulls the kill on Taser. Turn around to his own base. A lot of turning around. Not something you see a lot in Dash League, but a lot of people turning around here. Bible Crusader looking for some kills. Misses 2 of them. Very unfortunate. Now he's stuck in the basement. Hopefully a countdown doesn't happen now because then Bible Crusader wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Barely hitting his own button, then gets taken out by Hura. Now we saw a countdown for less than a second. Oh man, 1 kill, almost double kill, gets taken out. Outsider defending the base. This is close. Now we see a countdown. This is close, 3 up though. And it's barely countered. I bet Moderation was sweating in his socks right there. Outsider held
this is too much. The 4v4 changes Waterway so much too.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to know what's going on. Like Waterway, you kind of rely on there being so much going on that you can kind of confuse the enemy, be fast, do what you got to do. And a countdown's happening right now. I didn't even notice. And that's another score for Ace. This might be a control point. I'm sorry to say to you, Moderation.
I'm starting to try to think of an ideal lineup for control point, and that's the hard part because I don't know how, like, Shenrao and Huayra are on that map.
Throw me in for that control point. I'll do great.
I'm hoping they get 5 and we can do a 5v5 CP.
Yeah, you do love to see 5v5. It's a little bit more action-packed, a little bit interesting.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Trauc who didn't get to play this map.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Traku was the one who got dropped. That's unfortunate.
Taking one for the team.
That's nice of Traku. Shenrao getting a nice hit on his own button, turning around, turns around if he gets hit again. Now we just see that Flux is just missing B. Shenrao getting some shocks, playing base defense, even though his team just needs B, doing the upside down shield tactic. I never really liked the upside down shield, me personally. Gets a nice kill on Uni though. Now he's gonna take his health and take his shock again. Oh, or shock. I'm sorry, dash pickup. I'm so invested in seeing if he survives or not. So shield wasn't quite enough to keep him alive. Uni pushing out here now. We see a score is happening. Oh my gosh! Right as I'm not looking, Nugget barely countering. That's insane. But oh, Nugget's still alive. Man, that almost was it. So now we got to see Flux. They know that they got a triple kill, and a triple kill on a 4v4 is essentially the whole team. They got to push out and use it. But here, .com is so fast, I can't even comprehend what he is doing. Look at how insanely fast this is moving. Getting a nice kill, moving over, dashing around Nugget. Oh my gosh, the speed on .com. That's something you only get from someone as young as .com. I mean, man.
I know, right?
Insane player.
My theory is that they haven't been alive long enough to eat all the poison food and slow them down yet.
All right, someone buy those kids some McDonald's.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, almost getting a countdown there, but not quite enough to get a score. Now we see the Flux is just holding down B, and it looks like now they're getting some other bases. Holding down the Taser, I imagine, is holding down Ace's base now. We're hitting their own base. Now we're finally seeing a countdown for Flux, but counters at their own base, and then Outsiders in Flux's base. Short-lived victory is over on Flux now. Wow, Outsider getting a nice kill on Shenrao there, and then getting a countdown. Now it looks like he will be able to get that counter, though, because he missed getting that dash, and whoever that was on Flux was able to blast past, get some nice kill on Shenrao. I can't believe we talk about food moderation now. Like, oh man, that's like the Subway or something. I got hungry.
Yeah,
oh, and that's a flip base
there it
win.
is. Damn.
God, moderation is the biggest distraction. Winning.
Yeah, try if you have Jersey Mike's in your area, try the number 9 Mike's Way with cherry pepper relish, jalapenos, and pickles. It's the best.
All right, now everyone's got to order the moderation. Wow, amazing job, Ace. .com going 19 and 15, showing 19 and 15. I mean, that's nothing Waterway. Like, I mean, it's a good KD, but in terms of kills, 19 kills only, and the Waterway's over. That shows that it was a fast Waterway. Taser going 22 and 15, getting some nice kills, both .com and Taser, but man, looks like Ace was just able to pull it out 3-0. Drastic
I'm gonna hop out,
difference
talk to the team here. See what we
definitely.
want to do here.
Thanks for joining moderation. Good luck on control point, man.
Yeah, thanks. Maybe I'll jump back in if I'm not playing. I'll see you in a second.
All right. Oh, man. Wow. It's crazy. After that launch pad was so close. I mean, launch pads don't get closer than that launch pad that we saw. And then the Waterway was a 3-0. Absolutely insane. And you know what? That just goes to show the sportsmanship and niceties of Flux here that, that they did that 4v4. They totally could have kept moderation in or kept Traku in, done a 5v4, stomped Ace, no question asked, won it, and made it to finals. I mean, we're only in semifinals here. And they I mean, both teams here definitely want to make it to finals, no doubt about it. But they said that it's not, they as a team decided it's not worth it to make it to finals if they if it wasn't honorable. And so now they're going to be doing a control point, a stadium. To be honest, I didn't think we'd be seeing a stadium today. Not that I was particularly rooting for any one team or the other, but just I don't know. Both teams are so skilled. I kind of just expected one of them to. But here we see we're making it here. Anything can happen in a game of Draft League. Oh, I am watching the chat as always. It keeps switching to top chat. It's so frustrating. Live chat. So you guys can go ahead, drop some messages. I'll be reading it and watching it though. So feel free to say hi, say anything. And yeah, be sure to leave a like if you've been watching this whole time. It really helps the league and helps everything. And helps Hyperdash as a whole. Whew. So I wonder what we're going to be seeing at point. If it's going to be 4v4, I imagine, that Waterway might have given some time for Cream to come in. Looks like Flux does have 5 ready, moderations in. Whether he's just talking to the team or he plans to play, I'm not sure. But what we do know is that, oh, yep, looks like the other team got, oh no, that's Traku. So we got 6 Flux. Traku bailing out. Excuse me. And so hopefully we see Cream join in here if we get a 5v5 for that control point. Control point's going to be hard. Control point, for any people kind of new to the league, kind of think of it as a king of the hill. Just like Waterway, there's a button. There's only one of them. And the team who has the button pressed for longer, up to 300 seconds, wins. First to make it to 300 seconds wins. Oh, this is super intense. Yeah, wow. Can't believe everything that's been going on. Looks like Ace still only has 4 in here. Now I'm just, man, I am just thinking about moderation made me realize how hungry. Skipped a meal to come and commentate here. This is the dedication that we have to Draft League and Dash League, is that you skip meals, do what you got to do, and to get some casts done. What time is it for you right now, FireHorse? Nope.
What are we looking at? It is 8:06 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday morning here in Brisbane, Vegas.
Oh man, yeah. So what? You started getting ready for the stream at 6:30 a.m. 7.
Yep, 6:30.
Yeah, this is the dedication we have to Draft League. Waking up at 6:30 a.m. and skipping some meals. So show some love and at least give me a like here on the stream. I'd appreciate it. Oh man. How's everyone feeling today? I bet Ace is feeling pretty good now. Hard to believe that Ace, had they just got a really nice group of explosives on that launch pad, it'd be over now. It would be, Ace would have taken the cake here, made it to finals, but now either team can make it to finals. FLUX just killed it on the defense on launch pad, and Ace absolutely murdered on that Waterway as a whole. So great job to both teams. Hoping to see an interesting control point out here. Control point's kind of hard to stomp on control point. You tend to see of all the maps, and there's definitely some bias because the teams only make it to control point if they each win one map, and thus by nature they're a little bit closer in skill level than most teams. But you tend to see that control point is very rarely teams win by more than, I don't know, 50, 40 points, seconds, which out of 300, it's a decent chunk, but it's not a huge amount. It's not quite like that Waterway where you can 3-0 someone in, 5 minutes, if that. Looks like, I imagine Ace is still just waiting for Cream to get home. That's kind of the downside about them winning that Waterway so fast, is it buy them time for Cream to come back in and join in. You should cast more. Thank you, Oogie Boogie. FireHorse casts a whole lot, and as for me commentating, I do it a pretty good chunk. I casted finals last season with Not Golem. Not Golem, of course, is a loser and didn't join me today, and everyone should call him a loser. But that's okay. I can carry every guess. I appreciate it. Oogie Boogie though. Man, I'm like out of breath. I'm like, these have been so close and so interesting. I feel bad. I talked over moderation a bit over that last while. It's just so couldn't help myself. Man, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Who do you think any team? This one? Gonna take that as a yes. Just had some time to drink some water. Everybody be drinking water, especially people playing. Man, something they don't tell you about is like how thirsty you get playing these games, because you're really moving. This is what I love about VR games. Physically doing stuff. You're there aiming. Like, it's not like just some, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta came out. I was playing it and I was like, yeah, this is pretty fun, but it's so like, I just feel like a lazy couch potato playing games. Like, I like my VR games. I like getting in there. I like moving. I like actually aiming with my hands, my guns, and killing somebody with it. It sounds a little weird when I say it like that. But I like feeling like I'm doing what I'm doing in the game. And that's what I love about VR. And that's why I think really VR and the VR community is so tight-knit, is that, like, sure, Dash League has its arguments. Some people have some complaints of how certain things go. And maybe even outside of Dash League, IRVL, some people love it or hate it. You're still a part of it, and you still love to see it grow, and you still love to see people joining in on this amazing medium of gaming. Because, honestly, even to group this in the same category as classic 2D gaming feels like, not fair. It's just so much more fun, in my opinion, so much more. And that's why I've been a part of Dash League for so long now. I was a release player, I was an alpha player, but my team has been here. We've been playing a lot. I mean, we were scrimming almost every day for months at a time because it's just so much fun, and we loved getting good at the game. And that you don't see that dedication from a lot of games. I mean, maybe sure your CS:GOs, your League of Legends. I don't know. This one really feels different. Oh, it looks like Cream Delight came in. It does have the O tag on. To go change that before we get started. And yep, just as I'm saying it. But as soon as he hops back in with an Ace Clan tag, looks like we will be starting this game, starting this control point. Control point tends to run pretty fast. Again, it only goes to 300 seconds, so it tends to not take as long as like the payloads and such. You know, each team only trying to get to 5 minutes. Really, maximum these things take 10 minutes. So this control point is going to be fast. It's going to be hardcore. They're going to be getting some kills, doing what they need to do. We see Moderation. Looks like he's playing, not replacing with Traku. Moderation possibly feeling more comfortable with this control point play. Like Moderation was saying, I think he's a little nervous because his team hasn't really practiced control point a lot. And this is kind of what makes Draft League things interesting, is that time constraints forces people to get creative and specialize, and some teams choose to specialize in just winning the first 2 maps and not worrying about the control point, like FLUX. But you might see Ace, you know, maybe they're like, okay, we have a roster that's really good at Waterway but not so much at Payload. Okay, we'll get really good at Waterway control point, you know, and that's all they need to, or maybe they practiced all 3 equally. And even if that's the case, if Ace has even practiced control point a little bit, they might have the upper hand over FLUX. As Moderation was saying, that they just, FLUX really hasn't practiced it. It seems like a lot of his team doesn't know what rollouts they like to do, where they like to stand, what they like to do. Nugget sneaking into the enemy base here, gets killed by Cream Delight. Looks like FLUX is doing some serious negotiation, even though it is sneaking. We see that, you know, Ace looks like they're ready to go. FLUX still inside of their spawn room, talking most likely. Yeah, you see him in their conference room, you know, strategizing and all that stuff, all that gross stuff. Imagine having strategies. Let's hope that they start this game up here soon. I'm running out of oxygen. Man, thanks everyone for being here again. I know I've said this like a, please, like, talk in the chat. I'm going crazy here. I need someone to talk to in this chat. Oogie Boogie, you've been doing a great job. Rexac, how's it going, man? The real Chads took the Chad name. That is very Chad of Chad to take the Chad name, isn't it? You know, very, very beta behavior of FLUX to concede the Chad name like that. Cream Delight giving us a little show. And hopefully these teams are ready to rumble soon. Whoa, flying through the walls. We can do whatever we want when we're a caster. Looks like, yeah, looks like they're deep in talks. I imagine they have Discord so they don't really need to look at each other, make sure that the team chat and all that stuff is on. It looks like Ace is trying to bully them and starting. That's what I want to see. I want to see some bullying. This game will start. I'm getting antsy. I want to see what happens. I want to see who makes it over to the finals. It's going to be hard pressed, but you know, that's how it goes. Come on, FLUX. Yep, looks like they're getting ready. Both teams are talking, separated by the Great Red Wall. But as soon as FLUX is ready to go, looks like someone doesn't have their controller. They can start the game. Get it started, get it rolling. Got a crook in my neck staring at this screen. Pull it up full screen. Here we go. I haven't been full screen this whole time. Looks like they're getting ready. All teams getting in the little triangle, and here we go. Draft League, baby. This is gonna be it. This is for all the marbles. Who's predictions? Who do you think is gonna make it?
3, 2, 1, go.
I have no idea. .com blasting out in that bottom corner. Looks like Blue already getting the button to press. Taser trying to pick up some kills before he enters towards the button. Reloading, getting a nice post dash on .com. Dang, that was super post dashy. But it looks like early lead going to Ace by quite a lot. But early leads like this don't need a whole lot. Oh, they switched out. Oh, they do have Traku in. You're right. Who did they switch out for Traku? Interesting. Bible Crusader here with the double SMGs. The strategy that
Blue team has captured
with the SMG buff, nice little skin that he's got going
Red team has
on. I always find it
captured
weird
the
with the new
control
skins.
point.
Like I don't like how their
Blue team has
wrists look
captured
like,
the
I don't know, it's like just a
control
big ball joint.
Red
I don't
team
know.
has
Very
captured
interesting.
the
And he's got, it
control
looks like he has a jacket on. Getting a nice kill there. Bible gets taken out by moderation though. Pushing out, trying to take some space. Looks like that early lead still being held by Ace though. 10-second lead has been pretty consistent. Both teams now. Oh, Shenraula. Thank you, Oogie Boogie. Looks like moderation, what he's saying, he didn't catch Shenraula. Okay, so I'm not for Draku.
Red team has captured the control
Oh man, Flux not quite able to catch up. I mean, I find it very interesting that
Blue team
both
has
teams are
captured
scoring
the
at basically the
control
exact same amount of time. But now we're finally seeing Flux catching up, dropping that 10-point lead that Ace had, and now Ace picks it right back up. 10-point lead yet again. It looks like that this control point is going to be just like that launch pad, insanely close. Look at this, Bible Crusader, 1 SMG, 1 pistol, just putting as many bullets down towards the button as he possibly can. Things are looking good for Ace right now, going even past the 10-second lead, almost at a 20-second lead now. 20-second lead is pretty comfortable. 20-second lead allows you to kind of mess up, get some bad rollouts, maybe get wiped 1 or 2 times, and still come out on top. So this is what you want to see. Flux is stressing. I can tell you, whenever you're at a 20-second disadvantage like that, you know, the world feels like it's collapsing below you. You really have to put in the dedication, put in the work to reach again. Looks like Ace is absolutely killing it right now, though. We're getting some nice disruption, but, you know, the button's not his as he's disrupting like that. So it makes you wonder, is the disruption like... I would argue no. Bible Crusader picking up a nice kill there, but not quite rotating the card up, shooting at his own teammate. That's a pro-level strategy right there. You guys just aren't pro enough to understand it. Bible Crusader getting a flank on his own spawn to go and flank Taser. Taser, seeing it coming somehow, absolutely destroys him. And now they're catching up from that 20-second lead, bringing it down almost to a 10-second lead, it looks like, going back to where we've started from. This is what I was talking about with the breathing room of 20 seconds, is that, you know, okay, Ace can kind of mess up, get taken out. Taser gets a nice double kill, allows his team to get the button, and they get to catch up a little bit. But they're still in the lead. I'm sorry, Ace is still in the lead. Catch back up a little bit, and now we're seeing. Oh my gosh, almost 20 seconds back. This video is reading the chat. This makes me sad because I haven't played Hyperdash today. I know I'm sad. I play Hyperdash. It's just such a fun game, so addicting, man. Bible Crusader, really good job hitting the button, keeping it rolling, momentum, and has his guns ready. Has only 18 bullets left in his SMGs, but he doesn't want to load it because he's able to bullets down in the main. Shoots Horror in the back easily. Dang. Didn't even see it coming. Now Bible Crusader pushing towards the button, knowing that it's not his. Getting a nice kill and then pushing out. I don't know who that teammate was, but kind of saved the day in terms of that button. .com there. Really nice button focus. Still a 20-point lead coming from Ace. Really, really close game, but Ace definitely taking some nice advantages here. Flux is going to have to do a really risky play to catch up from a 20-point lead like this. They're going to have to do something high risk, high reward, and hope that it's the reward side of that, not the risk side of it. Because that's really the only way that you can catch up from a lead this big. If they keep evening out like this, sure, shows that both teams are very skilled, shows that they know what they're doing on control point, but it won't get them to finals. Traku, nice, pushing out, getting a nice kill on outside of there, dashing on top of the button on accident, gets punished for it, doesn't even hit the button because .com was really, saw it coming, really skilled player, held the button down. Now we see Uni coming in, hit the buttons, run away, hit it again, really nice button focus coming out of Uni, and that's what you expect to see out of the team that's winning. Now we see some serious button control coming out of Flux here. But 3 of them do go down. Taser almost dead, getting some nice button focus there, but does get taken out by Uni, who turns right back around, focusing on that button again. Now we see that 20-point lead coming right back to Ace. This is gonna be hard for Flux to take back. Looks like Ace, 50% of the way done. Again, going to only 300 seconds. They're almost at 150 here. Still with that near 20-point lead. Actually, now it's almost a 10-point lead, but they're catching up a little bit. Uni getting some nice button focus there, gets taken out. Nugget, oh, doesn't quite pick up the kill. Bible Crusader, again, putting some bullets down range. Bible Crusader's position, I know when I fight players like that that are just throwing bullets at button, really gets under my skin. Traku, really nice. Rocket there, gets double kill, it looks like, but does take himself out. Cream Delight trying to push towards the button. Not sure if he can push up safely.
Red team has taken the lead.
We'll see what's going on.
Blue team has captured the control point.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I was, man. Every single time I look.
Red team has
something really interesting happened. FLUX takes the lead, but is losing it a little bit, almost back to that 10-point lead that Ace has got. But man, oh man, only 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and now, so Ace barely holding on to that lead. Looks like the high-risk, high-reward play that I was talking about worked out for FLUX. I don't know what exactly they did, but something worked, and now FLUX is catching up. Now you know Ace is stressing. They kind of maybe got a little comfortable, a little complacent, saying, all right, we're going to win this. Everything's even. We need to keep it even. Easier said than done. Easy goal, but not easy goal to achieve. Cream Delight now pushing out towards the button. Looks like almost a 10-second lead, catching back up. Now we see officially 10-second lead coming back for Ace. This is nice, gives Ace a few seconds of breathing room, but 10 seconds really is not enough to really get comfortable and really know that you're going to win this game. Less than 200 seconds left, almost 100 seconds left each side. And things are getting really, really close. Looks like only, what is that, a 6-point lead coming out of Ace right now. 2-point lead, 3-point lead. Okay, barely leading, not even 10-second. This is insanely close. I can't believe that FLUX has caught up this much. You know that their heart are racing. They're really excited now. They feel like, you know, victory's in the palm of their hand yet again after being behind for so long, for so much. But Ace still really pulling out the great moves here, consistently getting back to that 10-second lead. Really nice to see out of Ace, really nice lead they're taking. However, that lead is what you want at the last possible second. Nice that they have it now, but if FLUX pulls something amazing out in that last, 10, 20, 30 seconds of the game, could win them the game. Not enough of a lead to get comfortable. Here we see Nugget getting absolute kills, dumpstering the enemy team, getting to that button, taking it out. Now we see some nice FLUX control. FLUX holding the button down. .com pushing towards it, gets not quite taken out, taking an outsider shot in the back by Nugget now. Now that 10-second lead going down to almost nothing, 5-second lead now. FLUX catching up, so close. Uni pushing out, Uni near the button, but we see a lot of FLUX around the button. We see a couple Ace. It seems, 3 Ace around the button. All right, nice from Ace here. 4th Ace coming in. One of them gets taken out though. Uni low on health, but holding the button down anyway. Not sure I would have done the same thing, but did seem to work out for him for, if not 2 seconds, which 2 seconds is significant when you're barely winning like this. Outsider getting some nice button focus, getting a nice headshot there. We see a 20-point lead coming back already. This is insanity. Going from winning to losing to 20-point lead to nothing to back to 20-point lead. Maybe FLUX got a little complacent, got a little used to keeping it even, and Ace just pulled it out. It looks like we're seeing a little bit more button focus from Ace. I think ultimately what we're seeing is that Ace, they're putting 3, 4, maybe even 5 guys around that button, like we see right now, 4 people around that button. But when it's FLUX around the button, it's really only 2, maybe 3 of them. And I think ultimately that's the reason for why the Ace is kind of taking the cake here. Still 20-point lead, 50 seconds remaining, less than 50 seconds remaining for Ace to take this victory, less than a minute that they have to hold this button down, and then they can make it to finals. Really big deal. I know both teams want to make it. Someone blasting past, stealing their dash, but doesn't matter because they had button focus right there. .com hitting the button. Horia getting taken out by .com. .com getting a double kill, going back to the button, holding it down, possibly almost a triple kill. Teammate follows up with him. Less than 30 seconds till Ace wins here. They're taking a huge lead here right now. .com absolutely schmoving on crap, but does get taken out by Nugget. Universal getting taken out by Nugget. Now we're seeing some button control come from FLUX here. Nugget not able to get some kills though because he's so focused on hitting that button. Cream Delight getting some nice headshots there, holding it back as his teammates hold that button down, then Cream Delight can push up, get the button for him. That's exactly what you want to see. Button focused with some backup. That's why they're winning. Looks like he threw his hands up in victory a little bit too early there. Only 10 seconds till they win, but 50 seconds until FLUX wins. I mean, it's practically a shoo-in for Ace at this point. But they still have 5 seconds to go, about close. Now we're seeing the button focus that I wish we had seen from FLUX all game. Now all 5 of FLUX is dead. That's going to be it for Ace. Congratulations to Ace winning by almost, or a little over 40 seconds. Congratulations to Ace. That was insanely close. Holy crap. Congratulations on the win. They will be making it to finals. Looks like FLUX had a drop, but that's okay. .com going 33-33, but with 11,000 points. Taser going 40-37, but with only 8,600 points. So, congratulations to Ace. They will be making it to finals and winning. I've been Willow. This is an amazing game, amazing bit of Draft League, and I believe that we have another Draft League match being casted tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to commentate that one, but you still all should watch it because then you will know exactly the finals. But you know one of them, and it's Ace. So, congratulations to Ace. Congratulations to FLUX for making it this far in Draft League. Really fun, made it further than most teams, make it to the semifinals. And I'm excited to see more of Ace come out. Like moderation was saying, I think that they said that they can get Mr. Soap in for the finals, which, could be a game changer for Ace. Could get them some serious winnage. So the possible people that Ace can fight in, I apologize, in the finals is L and Chad, Chad. Yeah, L and Chad, which, oh man, I'm sad I can't cast that game. That will be a very, very interesting one. That is Dark Moon and Percent's team's going to be fighting it out to take it against Ace. So thank you everyone for joining. I've been Willow. Everyone give a huge thank you and like and subscribe and everything. FireHorse is amazing job. Thank you everyone for joining, and hope to see you guys tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for commentating, Willow. Really appreciate you lending your voice. Makes
yeah, no problem.
Makes for a much more exciting game.
I appreciate it. I do what I can.
Alrighty. Catch you on the next one, folks.
See y'all.